Okay, today I wanted to talk a little bit about what I did moving up from my DX4 to my DX6i. And the DX6i is a incredibly great controller. You need to move up to it as fast as you can if you've gone to the CPX for sure. But what I want to talk about today was the kill switch on the DX4 and where it is on the DX6 and in a modification of my controller, an easy modification that I made that really helped me out. So number one, your kill switch, you have to tap that button to drop the heli out of the sky, so to speak, before you hit something. Sometimes that switch wouldn't work right. You tap it, but you have to tap it. You can't hold it down in a panic situation. You'll crash into a wall sometimes pushing that button so hard and forget to tap it. So moving to the DX6i, it does have a throttle hold switch up here, and it is a true turn off switch, so that is a real improvement over that weird tapping on the DX4. One of the things you'll have to do is to set your settings in your DX6i to make your throttle hold switch here actually turn the heli off. I believe it comes with some different settings than I like to keep it, but I want this to be a true kill switch, and so you'll need to go in and set the settings in your DX. So I'm not going to run through all the settings and show you how to do it like most everybody. I'm going to flash up on the screen here. You'll kind of see some of the screens I'm talking about. First of all, in the menu settings, what you're going to do to make the switch an actual kill switch where the engine stops running when you throw that switch is you'll go down to the throttle curve and pitch curve and adjust those in the menu system. So let's go to the throttle curve first, and as you can see down there at the bottom, you'll see that hold down there is what you want to adjust. So you'll kind of get used to the settings if you haven't used this controller before of how to set all this. But you'll want to get down on the hold, and you'll want to set all 5 positions to 0. In other words, it's going to be off. So that's basically how you actually make that switch turn off the power and be able to have a little softer landing before you crash into something hard. Now the second one is the pitch curve, and the pitch curve, you can see again we're down on hold is the one you want to adjust, and you can see that I have a line going straight from 0 to 100, and those 5 settings are 0, 25, 50, 75, and 100. Just a nice straight line. The reason I have that set that way is because you can throw the switch, your throttle hold switch, and then you can use the throttle to actually adjust the pitch of your blades and check the pitch. Some people set it a little different, but I like it this way. And if you put the stick to mid-stick, that's when the blades are supposed to be exactly even. So that's what this setting's about, and I put them there, and that sets up the switch for the throttle hold. Now when you throw this switch, it cuts the engine just like the DX4 did, but it's a lot more reliable because it's an actual switch. Okay, now I want to talk about that modification I was talking about. You should have the computer settings all set up, but what I found is as I try to use my controller, especially when I was new to it, as you sit there and what I consider hold it properly with my fingers like this, you'll notice that my finger is barely able to reach this switch. I got to really scoot up, and it kind of interferes, and you want to be able to throw that switch really quickly. And so that was really a problem for my hands to be able to get to that switch. I want to be able to be nice and relaxed right here, proper position, and be able to throw that switch with my finger without reaching or influencing this hand. Okay, so what I want to show you that I did, and it's really easy to do, is I merely took this switch that flips up that direction and turned it around so it flops this direction to turn it off. So, of course, the first thing you do is just undo all 6 screws, and I'm not going to go into the details of that. Okay, as you can see, I've taken the back off, and there's no big mystery there. Just pull the screws, and this is the switch we're talking about. And all I did was go in, and again, this is throttle hold, so I wanted this to point that direction. So you just go in and twist it around. And basically you're through. It's just that easy. Some may be a little tighter. You might have to get a wrench to actually do something with it. You might have to loosen up the top here, but mine was loose enough. It was stiff, but it was still loose enough to just spin around. And then you just put your case back together and you're all fixed up. Okay, so now you can see with just a flick of my finger, it's off, and I've saved the day. I don't have to get under there awkwardly. It's a little awkward to do this video, but works real easy and real fast without having to worry about crashing big time. So the throttle hold switch is the best friend of the beginner, and with a little modification, you should be able to flip it with ease. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.